A new push in Ohio to stop foreign nationals from buying U.S. land.
It comes as the state sees a steady increase in foreign investments in farmland. Foreign-owned land in the U.S. is our big story today.
Well, in 2023, more than 96% of U.S. agricultural land was held by foreign investors. That's according to the USDA's latest Agricultural Foreign Investment Disclosure Act, or the AFIDA report. That's a 3.6% increase in land from the year prior. Canadian investors own the largest portion of foreign-held U.S. agricultural land at 33.5%. That's followed by Canada. Investors from the Netherlands, Italy, and the United Kingdom and Germany own about 13 million acres of U.S. agricultural land. However, total foreign ownership only equates to 3.6% of all privately held farmland all across the U.S. So let's take a closer look at the land ownership on a state-by-state basis. New Mexico, Texas, Arkansas, Oregon, and South Carolina saw the largest increases in foreign land that was owned in 2023. That growth in Texas and New Mexico mostly tied to new or expanding wind energy investments, while the other three states are seeing their timber industries expand. Meanwhile, 5 states, including Alabama, Michigan, Indiana, Montana, and Iowa, experienced declines. Those drops were mostly due to reduced holdings in foreign timber companies.
According to the Ohio State University's Department of Agriculture, Ohio experienced a significant increase in foreign investments in farmland last year. More than 538,000 acres of Ohio farmland is right now held by foreign investors. Those investors are primarily from Denmark, Canada, Germany, the Netherlands, and Portugal. According to the American Farm Bureau, Ohio's foreign-owned land represents 2.7% of all privately held farmland in the U.S. This increase has some Ohio farmers worried that foreign investors may take land out of production or pose national security concerns.
In 2023, Ohio lawmakers passed a law to prevent China and other foreign adversaries from purchasing farmland in the state. The Ohio Secretary of State's office, which oversees elections, is tasked with referring what they consider suspicious purchases to the Ohio Attorney General for investigation. A spokesman for the Ohio Attorney General's office tells the Cincinnati Enquirer they have received no requests to investigate illegal farm sales as of April 14th of this year. And now state lawmakers are looking to take that law one step further, debating a proposal to ban property sales to anyone from a country that the U.S. deems is an adversary.
Supporters say it's necessary to protect national security. Opponents argue its language is too broad. 13 Action News anchor Josh Krupp is live to explain some of the opposition to the bills. Josh.
And Tony, members of Toledo's Chinese American community who spoke with me today also called the bill racist. They worry it would threaten the state's ability to ultimately attract students and new workers, while arguing it's unnecessarily targeting law-abiding legal immigrants. Similar bills are moving through the committee process right now in the House and Senate. They would ban people from adversarial countries from buying any property or land within 25 miles of a military installation or critical piece of infrastructure. That's important there because it includes everything from railroads, electrical substations, water treatment facilities, and much more. It effectively covers the entire state of Ohio. U.S. citizens are exempt. The current list of U.S. adversaries includes China, Cuba, Iran, North Korea, and Russia. Opponents say the bills falsely equate people with their countries.
We want to protect our communities from criminals and bad actors. However, these two bills do not target criminals and bad actors, but unfairly, broadly target hundreds of thousands of lawful immigrants simply based on where they are from. So this is really racial profiling. This will open new door for discrimination.
We have an extended conversation with other members of the area's Asian American community streaming now wherever you watch 13 Action News. We also go more in depth about these bills. One in the House, one in the Senate, similar but slightly different. We'll keep tabs on them as they move through the committee process. Tina.
All right, thanks, Josh. Meanwhile, lawmakers in 37 states have introduced similar legislation as part of a national push to tackle U.S. foreign policy at the state level. In South Carolina, lawmakers have been working for years to pass a bill that would ban any corporation controlled by one of those countries from acquiring land in South Carolina. That includes corporations wholly owned by a citizen of one of those countries or that has a citizen as a dominant shareholder. In 2023, South Carolina lawmakers said the bill's in response to recent concerns about China.
There's a lot of concern about China's role in the world and how aggressive they have been and how those actions have been adverse to the interests of the United States. So you're seeing lots of states taking action similar to this because of that concern.
South Carolina lawmakers introduced the Alien Ownership of Real Property bill in January of this year. It's currently sitting in a Judiciary Committee.
At the federal level, there's also a push to prevent any Chinese individual or business from owning American land. 3 U.S. senators introduced the Not One More Inch or Acre Act. That was in January of this year. It aims to stop any Chinese citizen, entity, or foreign person from purchasing public or private real estate in the United States. In a statement, U.S. Senator Tom Cotton from Arkansas said China has been gobbling up American farmland and real estate for decades, adding that those purchases could facilitate Chinese espionage efforts, particularly near U.S. military bases and American businesses. U.S. Senator Katie Britt from Alabama added Chinese purchases of farmland could pose a national security risk and threaten U.S. economy and food security. This is a developing story right now. We're going to continue to keep you informed as the bills make their way through the state and federal legislatures. You can get alerts right to your phone by downloading our 13 Action News app. It's available as a free download in your phone's app store.